Welcome to Joshua Tree National Park. Out here with Matt, Lead Me Outdoors. We're along the Boy Scout Trail this weekend. So we came out this weekend to do some night shots, some astrophotography, some sunset shots, and just have a good time out here backpacking. Just came in about 2.5 miles in on the Boy Scout Trail to campsite number 11. The whole Boy Scout Trail has changed. It's not just at large camping anymore. They have designated sites. There's 14 and you have to reserve them in advance. Luckily, we got one of the better ones here, which is campsite number 11. We just got to camp. We're going to set up real quick while we still have light left. It looks like maybe about an hour or so of light left. And then we'll get some good shots of the sunset and hopefully some good shots of the stars as well. Well, we've got camp almost all set up. I'm using a new tent here. Found this tent used on a Facebook group, the Backpacking Gear Flea Market. It is a Big Agnes Fly Creek UL or HVUL2. Let's try that again. It's a Big Agnes Fly Creek HVUL2 Platinum. It is a freestanding tent, semi-freestanding because it's only got one pull in the back. But there, so you can see a little bit more of it here. Front entry tent. I've had front entry tents before, but what I did, I bought this for desert camping and on ground. It's going to be really rocky. But I think it comes in at like 2 pounds, or sorry, 1 pound 10 ounces. That's what it is, without stakes. 1 pound 10 ounces for a 2-person semi-freestanding tent. That's pretty good. Back to camp here. Beautiful camp. Matt's just behind the camera setting up his tiger wall tent. And this is just far enough down the trail that you don't get a lot of the rock climbers up on the rocks. Let me just flip the camera around. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Look at that view on the back side of Matt right there. You got the rocks right over through there. Back that way, that would be where Willow Hole is, and we've hiked back there before. That's a really nice hike back in. Probably has some water in there right now too. Probably a good chance to see bighorn sheep. But where we're at, we've got this nice rock wall that you're seeing behind me and just onto the behind the camera here. And that's blocking the wind great because it's really windy out here. Coming in, driving in was a lot windier than it is here at the park, but we've got a nice wind block now. Still got about an hour or so of sunlight left. So we'll get everything in our tents, then we'll relax here, enjoy a nice dinner, and then start shooting sunset and the stars. Here's the sign for campsite number 11, and just so you know, it is reservation only. Said that earlier. You have to do it through recreation.gov. This one here is for 3 to 4 tents. It says 7 people max, and I can see there's many different sites around. It says you have to camp within 50 feet of the sign. We're back over here. There's some sites over here that are back by that juniper tree, and then there's a few sites where people have camped in the wash. A few other things it talks about on the sign: just packing out your trash, your TP. If you're gonna go poop out here, bury it 6 to 8 inches deep. And then of course no campfires, no pets, stuff like that. But campsite number 11 along the Boy Scout Trail. Beautiful campsite. Well, it's getting dark quick out here. Just got some good sunset shots, I hope. There's a helicopter flying the distance over by what's probably Hidden Valley. And he's been flying for a while, so they must be doing some sort of evac. But let me show you what I got here, what's gonna be part of dinner. This right here is part of a next mile meal. I just split it in half. This is, I think it's their pasta primavera or something like that. And then I'm gonna have a little bit of this right now. This right here is some bourbon. It's made by Last Call. It is their double oak, so similar to Woodford Reserve double oak. But I know Matt's got his whiskey too, so we'll both enjoy some here shortly. And then stars are already starting to pop off up here. Just a beautiful sight. I really can't get over how nice this campsite 11 is. You can barely hear the road. You can hear the road, but just barely. The further you get in, so like campsite 10, 9, 8, 7, You're really not going to hear the road over there. When we were coming in, though, there was a few backpackers heading out. 3 were going to campsite number 6, which is closer to Indian Cove. And then there was another group of 3 who, I have a feeling they're going to be really cold tonight. They had small backpacks, almost like JanSport. One of the guys had his sleeping bag on the outside. I remember those days. And his sleeping bag, that thing was monstrous. It was a huge sleeping bag. But hey, they're getting out here. They're probably enjoying their time too. We're starting to make our dinner. It's a little bit after 6:15. Just saw SpaceX fly over. That was cool. Saw the space station also fly over. That was nice. And we still got a helicopter flying back over here. It sounds like it's probably over by Hidden Valley. They're flying around earlier, they left, and now they're back again. So I don't know if maybe a rock climber fell or somebody hurt themselves back in there, but they're still flying around. They've been flying around since like 4 o'clock now, and now it's after 6, so a couple hours. But temperature's gone down. It's 52-ish probably right about now. We all bundle up, put our layers on though. We've got them, might as well wear them, stay warm. We've got some whiskey. He had some Maker's Mark that he shared. And then the whiskey I had, don't remember if I told you, it was like a double oak made by The Last Call, something like that. Pretty good. I got a pasta primavera from Peak Refuel for dinner. And what are you making?
This is it's from Outdoor Pantry, and it's the brown butter sweet potato mash and bacon.
Yeah, let me see that bag.
Oil, baby.
Let me see that bag.
All right.
This right here. Yep. Yeah. The brown butter sweet potato mash and bacon.
Sounds good. Huck picked it for me.
Smells good. We'll enjoy our dinner here, and then waiting for that moon to go down, so then we could try to do some astrophotography out here using an app that Matt turned me on to called PhotoPill, and it does like a night AR, so you can see exactly where the Milky Way is, and that way you can set up your shot. So I'm excited to try. Well, it's been a good night. We got some great shots out here of the Milky Way. Right now it's 10:30 and 42 degrees out. So we're gonna hit the hay, try to get some rest before waking up, maybe for some sunrise. If not for the sunrise, it'll definitely be for coffee. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Sunday morning here at Joshua Tree National Park. I just woke up a little while ago. Got some breakfast going. I got some Peak Refuel biscuits and gravy. Got some coffee going. Matt here just did some pour over coffee. So starting with that. It was a nice night. For the most part, it was mostly low 40s. And then at one point, it looks like it got down to 37. At least that's what it says on my Govee. But around 3 a.m., both of us woke up and we heard something like over by the food bags, and it must have been mice because they were chewing into getting into Matt's earth sack there. Mine had hung a little bit differently, and then when we rehung his, it didn't come back anymore, so we caught him just in time. But yeah, there was a lot of mice in camp last night. Yeah, not too bad with the wind. Had good night skies. The wind is picked up now. There's a few gusts that come and go here that are probably a good 15, maybe 20 miles an hour. But we're sheltered here. It's nice, really nice. Can't tell. I really like campsite number 11. Well, camp is all packed up. The wind started blowing now. I don't know if you can hear it in the trees over here, but today was supposed to be a pretty strong day for wind. It's supposed to get to like 35 miles an hour. But we don't got too far to get back to the Jeep. I think it's only like 2.5 miles. So here we go, let's get back to the Jeep.